Hello. I'm so glad you came to be with me on this magnificent day in Santa Barbara, where I say welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. This world is where you are constantly presented with cause for celebration. Mhm. This has been a week of many, many wonderful celebrations. Fireworks on Tuesday, the 4th, lit up the importance of freedom from tyranny on Independence Day. Mhm. And we watched. Thursday, the 6th, we celebrated the birth of the world of magic and miracles. That's when Robert Young was born 80 years ago. Friday, David celebrated Robert on his broadcast, and he received a Jackie Lawson e-card from me, which said, and I read, "The whole world is celebrating today, even though they may not be aware of it, because you have brought your everlasting light of love, magic, and miracles to shine upon us all. We all feel your love, and I am so thrilled and proud to be your wife. Love forever. Barbara." That's me. Yeah. When I arrived in Australia, as you must know, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Robert's book, The Magic of Life, had just been published. And it was soon followed by The Magic of Life, Volume 2. And a little secret is Volume 3 is somewhere in the writings, somewhere. And I have hopes because reading it is magical. It's the first thing I did. I sat down and realized the magic of life was living with Robert. And while I was there, in fact, every day since the day we met, January 8th, 2009, has been living this message with Robert. And to help him get a brand new transcript published. That was exciting. As a matter of fact, it is a very important statement to remember. And the title is, There Is Another Way. So with all of these books, The Magic of Life, There Is Another Way, and Your Personal Supercomputer, They're all available. Every one of them will enrich your library and your being. And now I want to gift you with There Is Another Way by Robert Young. In preparation for the future, and in keeping with the major changes appearing in the world, we would like to open the possibilities to the world that there is another way. This possibility applies to everything we do, say, think, organize, create, and experience in our everyday life, and is not a derivative of anything we know at the present time. This possibility comes from the unknown and appears in the physical world because of our presence and has nothing to do with a system, process, or belief that we hold or adhere to. It is inherent in our being and so dear to each of us that we dare not mention anything about it for fear of being misunderstood. Each one of us has a knowing of this possibility, and in our own way is certain that it not only exists, but that it will become more than a possibility in our lives in the very near future. This possibility not only exists, it is with us and available through us in the physical world right now, without any new knowledge, training, or guidance. All we need is the inclination to be ourselves totally and to move our focus to our unique presence and the sparkle that it brings to our lives and the lives of all those who experience us. The inclination will bring to life a new industry of magic and miracles that will overlay all our activities and bring a flow that has never been experienced in our lives in the physical plane. This new industry of magic and miracles will bring to life our heart's desire in such a way that the results are beyond all logic and outside the limits as presently known in the physical world. This industry has been launched in a very visual way by the children who determined that there would be toys of such quality and beauty at a price that is within the reach of everyone. Major department stores and the dollar shops are overflowing with the products that are priced well below their manufacturing cost. The electromagnetic vibration that each of us control can and will change the world without any need for confrontation and without dismantling any of the systems that exist in the world at this moment. with the massive growth of interaction with other dimensions, the awareness of multidimensional world will render the present existence almost null and void, even though it will still exist as a foundation that is continually adjusting itself to maintain its acceptability. What we have to look forward to is a life of continuous flow and excitement with a sense of perfection that can only be reassured by each of us as individuals on a moment to moment basis. Adherence to definitions, rules, or diagnoses will be a thing of the past. The harmony that exists within and around each of us will be totally supported by the universe and the earth, and its occupants will suffer no more. That feeling of freedom is in this little tiny book. I was so excited to be a part of getting it published. It was so wonderful. And Robert goes on to say, it is easy to take on negative magic in the world by taking the reactive path of objection to some person or event. The problem with this type of magic is that just like positive magic, you live the result of your own magic. The outcome of negative magic is distress and disaster, whereas the outcome of positive magic is joy and elation. When you determine that the only outcome you want is joy, elation, and miracles, you will hone your skills to only apply positive magic, even in negative situations. Your magic will work every time, even if you doubt your own ability. And as your confidence grows, your doubt will disappear, leaving you with nothing but perfection in your journal of life. The limitations we continue to experience and talk about only exist because we talk and interact with one another at this limitation level, leaving limitation as the hidden goal to return to every day. Even by saying that there are no limitations, we reconstruct the barrier that we are continually trying to tear down. By applying magic, we can make limitations transparent and as effective as a slight mist as we pass through and venture into the so-called unknown, which we find to be so familiar that we wonder why we would bother keeping ourselves away. Continual use of magic will take you to more and more familiar places, way beyond the limits and lines, all limiting, and into the far reaches of the world of your Creator. As we express more, there is a sense of possibility that rises within us, and all the barriers attached to possibilities rise with them to be solved by your physical being before you can consider the possibility to be a reality. This is considered reality in the physical world, where in the true sense, it is not real at all. The possibility is a reality that is outside your present reach. But the barriers are unreal and not actually part of the formula. With a little bit of magic and a small miracle, the possibility can be moved into your reality and well within your reach. Play with the magic and bring every possibility within your reach, just like a child's toys, and you will enjoy having them all around you without being afraid of any one of them taking over your life. There are so many things that can disturb or take over your life, but if you invite all these things all at once, they will form a balance, which maintains stability without any stress on your being and without any need for limitation in your life. It is easier to have everything in its true and natural balance than it is to limit one thing and maintain the imbalance for the rest of your life. To invite in everything at once, you must add magic in volumes you can hardly imagine. The joy of producing so much magic will occupy your every moment, and there will be little time for anything but miracles to encourage you and see you along your way. If you have this little book in your library, take it out, read it aloud. It is wonderful. And if you don't have the book, it is available. Oh, it is so uplifting to read those words of truth. And to read them to you. At the end of 2012, Robert and I left Australia and arrived in Santa Barbara, California, and the Advancement Center was born. In 2010, we had an extended stay at Earthgate in Pennsylvania, where we held weekend retreats. And in 2011, we were invited to tour the length of California, where Robert just enthralled his audiences with his love. and the perfection of what their life is and can always be. Now, Genya joined us in 2014, and David walked into our home in 2017. His love for Robert and us all is in everything he reads, that he has written. I'll just read the first bit, I think. I'm looking at the time. I'm just going to read the first little bit to give you the flavor of what David offers every time he broadcasts. It's called A Message. It's a view of perfection, a perfect perspective, a message for you that you need no correction. There is the you that is physical, who focuses on the material, makes you feel one-dimensional. Nothing could be further than the truth. From the truth. I bring a message from the future of where we all are going. The light that is here now to return you to your knowing. Of your utter magnificence and the freedom that's yours. No more troubles and pain when you walk through this door. When you're ready, you'll see that it's all been a game, a walk through the playground, and Earth is its name. The future awaits you. The future is now, when you can smile at your troubles, to your life will bow its knee to the one that is free. Who sees that it all could never make you fail, or fall. The illusion is not that the physical world is not real. The real illusion is that you're eternal. So feel the infinite you and so feel the infinite you. And enjoy your life. May you never forget that you're simply the light. Connected to everything. Never born, never die. I'm a message from the future. Of what I speak, there's no lie. I am one of whom they spoke of, who came to show you the way. It's the joy to take you there through these words that I must say. So run along and play now. Once again, enjoy your life. You are coming to join me you are returning to the light. I have a great big note to myself. If there is time, read this, but I would never, ever pass this one up because it is such an important message for us all. Now, just 2 days ago, it was the day after Robert's birthday. Tears rolled down my face as David read his happy birthday message to Robert. We've already heard from our so many friends how wonderful this is. So it gives me such pleasure in sharing it all over again because we're still celebrating. It's called Happy Birthday, Robert. You came here to Earth bringing the light of the sun. You crash landed into the body, the one named Robert Young. A brilliant man in his own right. He could do everything. He could play every sport and he could fix anything. The exchange had been planned many years before, and in a flash of a collision, it would be made so. This body, with its memories, we honor today. For 37 years now, it's been the home where you stay. So happy birthday to the body and the one who stepped aside to allow you to use the body to change the world while being inside. It's hard to not associate this human form with the being who wears it at birth, an identity born. What a gift you have given us, a reminder, no doubt, that the one who lives within is not the one you see without. This allows me to see you more clearly than I ever could, and allows me to see myself in the way I always should. Yes, I see you now. What an amazing light. And I know you made that possible by allowing me to see your light hidden in a human form that could be judged the same. It's the way it's always been done. It's the way that humankind can change. Not to worship, not to follow, not to look outside themselves, but to see their reflection in a mirror held up by someone who looks just like themselves. Cheers to you, Robert. That was the name that you took on. Cheers to the body and the one that made space. And let's not forget Simeon. Thank you. We thank you for everything you do. We have no idea how much that is, but please know that we love you. Now we celebrate these 80 years and give to you 80 more so we can enjoy the light of your presence and honor the one we adore. Happy birthday, Robert. I see it's getting a little late, but this is all so precious and so wonderful. And now it's time to share my journal. Dearest Simeon, art class began, and Mandar posted a lovely garden as our model. I had sent Mandar a photograph as well. After a brief discussion, it was decided that we should paint my photograph. And we did. The base color was brown, and I was lost. I kept plugging along and slowly, pardon me, very slowly. And as soon as I focused and painted white in the water, it came to life. When Mandar put me and my art in the spotlight, I was shocked. It was terrific. Everyone voiced their enjoyment of this photo and thanked me. I brought it out. I brought it into Robert, and he loved my painting. That's the best part. Every time I look at it, I love it. And I know David will too. Look forward to my broadcast to show it. And to this, Simeon responded. He said, Dearest Barbara, never stop excavating and discovering all the hidden gold you have yet to mine. We love you, every bit of you found, and yet still to be discovered. Love from all of us, Simeon. Whoops. And now I get to show you what I didn't detail in my journal. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Adrian, for taking this photograph when you visited Mount Shasta. And I'm going to quote Mandar when he says, if you give us permission to enjoy your photograph as our model, we would be most pleased. You capture your vision, and we connect with your heart, with our talent. It's a wonderful world. As we wish you a perfect life, enjoy perfect health, and a future that is filled with love, magic, and miracles. Thank you for joining me. I am Barbara.